Well, it looks like my friend's a little bit late. Hopefully, they'll be stepping to their PC shortly, but I like to start on time, so here I am. I am beginning to do the setup. I'll do as much as I can before they get here, and maybe we can go through some things while that's going on. So with the experience that we got last round, I spent 3 of it to upgrade to Streetwise here. As you can see, it's a permanent card, and it lets me spend my money in order to get book or feat, which is really good for Jenny because she makes a bunch of extra money, and she can use her feat to do combat-related things, or evading, or even just make tests. So she'll enjoy that a lot, and plus, being able to get books will make me versatile. I'll be able to help it as a clue getter as well. It's a permanent, so it begins in play instead of in my deck, so it's also really good as it makes me stronger without making extra cards go into my deck. Um, so that's pretty neat. Alright, so we're going to be doing the house always wins, which is the second scenario. I need to change the heading on Twitch chat. So I need to do that quickly, otherwise it's still going to be the wrong thing. So yeah, it says Night of the it says the Devourers. Just give me a moment on that. I apologize. Want to make sure everyone knows what we're playing correctly. But yeah, so this will be really enjoyable. I hope everyone has a good time. Let's see. I believe it is over here. And then I can change the name. Perfect. So we are done with Night of the Zealot, and we are in the Dunwich Legacy. And this is the house always wins.
Except for today.
Alright, perfect. They've joined the game, so hopefully they'll be along on Discord shortly.
Can you not hear me?
I cannot hear you at all, and you're not going green, so you must be muted.
I am going green in Discord.
While they're doing their audio stuff, I will get into the scenario. So we can see here we have some lore. Basically, we're trying to find Dr. Francis Morgan. These are the sets that we're supposed to grab. These ones get set aside out of play. All that's taken care of us by the app. The boss is put into play. These other cards are set aside. Shuffle the encounter deck. And then this says here that at the beginning of the scenario, Agenda 1A will grant the criminal enemies the aloof keyword, which stops them from engaging you. At some point that may go away, so to pay attention to when aloof is no longer there, in case any monsters have to engage. We don't have to read any further, so we stop there. In order to advance, we start here at La Bella Luna. There's 2 clues here, and that's all we have for that. We need 8 clues to advance, which is quite a lot. It says here we have a react ability that we can cheat by treating any chaos token as another one. Normally when you cheat in a game it's bad, so something you should probably not do, but the option's there if you want it. You could turn it into a critical success or anything else. Objective, when we get the number of clues, we must immediately spend them in advance. So we can't wait like we have in the past. Once we have 8 clues, we'll have to advance immediately. Over here on the agenda, the criminals are all granted aloof, and it says as a forced action, if any investigator deals damage to a criminal enemy, we must advance the agenda. So we shouldn't try to deal damage to criminal enemies until after that advances, or we have to. So we're here. We can see that there's 2 shroud on the location. Did you fix your audio stuff?
My stuff is working. It's on your end.
Nope. All right. So I will be doing a bunch of the heavy lifting. They may have to be doing some typing. Let's see if I made a mistake on OBS. It has Discord. It's picking up my audio. So I don't know what's going on. There's not much else I think I can do right now in the middle, so we're gonna have to just play through it the best we can. It's showing you coming up green in Discord, but it's not coming out in OBS. Let's check properties quickly. If this doesn't... It should just be Discord. This is what worked yesterday, and it worked just fine. I love technology. Discord audio is at the top, so it shouldn't be a problem. I haven't done anything. I have the volume for Discord set to maximum. It's not muted. Okay, well, I guess we're going to be having to do some typing tonight. Sorry about that, and we'll try to fix the audio after the stream. We are ready to begin, so we will just do mulligans. And it looks like they have either already started or finished theirs. Alright. None of these are weapons, but I do want to keep this. So we will send 4 away to the discard pile. Hopefully we get a weapon. Nope, but we did get some good fighting cards, so certainly could be worse. We'll likely be spending our early turns looking for a weapon. Alright, did you want to go first? Okay, so we're going to play Peter, so that's going to be 3 money, and an action. We're mulliganing. Never mind. The joys of not having communication. Alright, you can go first if you'd like, that's fine.
Okay, go.
Oh, and I need to get back to chat. Okay, I have chat. Good. So that'll be a success. We're testing with Duke, so that's 4-2. Looks like we played Rabbit's Foot, so that's probably 2 actions. 1, 2. 1 to investigate, 1 to Rabbit's Foot. Oh, and there's a Dark Horse, so we're all done. So now it's our turn. Like I said before, we're likely going to be drawing some cards, trying to find a weapon, so we'll start there. That's not a weapon. We'll do that again. We'll promote them to a leader. So we've done 2 actions as drawing. Just in case, I'd like to get down a lucky cigarette case on the off chance that we pass a test by 2 or more to draw more cards during the Mythos step if possible. We have some options here. Like I said, we have 2 cards that can help us fight, plus cards that can help us pass the test to fight. But ideally, we'd really like to find a weapon. That was all 3 of our actions, so we're going to go to the upkeep phase, since it's the first turn and we skipped monsters. That's our surprise tool that can help us later. We are 1 of 4 on the agenda, and this person is a hunter, so they would have come up actually. They don't engage because they're aloof, but the hunting still happens, so he'll come up here. If somebody gains clues, he will engage with you. So if we try to get the clue that's at La Bella Luna now, he will engage in attack. So we have to be mindful of that. Alright, let's go to the encounter deck. Let's shuffle that real quick just to make sure, and then go ahead. They are the lead investigator. Oh, no, I am the lead investigator. That's correct. Alright, well, we found a mobster. Now, it's aloof, so it doesn't engage with me, so we just leave it up here. I definitely shuffled twice, but sometimes you get the same cards. Alright, so did you want to continue your turn? I'm assuming you're going to duke it on down. Yeah. So they use Duke to head down into the lounge. Unfortunately, there's no clues there. But you can discard an ally to get clues from the pool, if you have any. Alright, and we're going to the card room. So you can spend 2 money and then reveal a token. If you get a critical or an elder sign, you get 2 clues and 2 resources. If you get any even number, you get 2. 0 does count as an even number. If it's an odd number or a symbol, nothing happens and you just lose your money. So, oh, alright. Well, that's a good sign. So it looks like we're going to do 2 clues from the pool, 1 and 2. On top of the 2 money, and that I believe is 3 actions. We did Duke, we did Move, and we did Test. And then as a fast, they're playing Magnifying Glass. Um, and now that they have one money, they lose all their stats. That's what's going on. Alrighty. We have a bunch of guys here. Luckily, none of them want to fight us, and we don't really want to get fought with, so we're not interested in doing anything with them. Luckily for us as well, this monster does hunt, so we don't want to bring him down just yet unless we have to. But it's probably better to separate him from the mobsters, so we'll do that now. I'll move down as my first action. I have 2 actions remaining. I have a bunch of cards in my hand. None of this is good. But I want to find a weapon or a way to use my money that makes... I guess I can just come down. Yeah, I'll just come down. I will come to the card room and I will attempt the test. So I moved a second time and now I'm testing. It costs 2 money to do so. And +1. So 1 is an odd number, so nothing happens. We then go to the monster phase. The pit boss moves. That's a hunter. And now we can do upkeep. Yay! We got a weapon! Alright, looks like they did their upkeep, so we can go Doom on the agenda, 2 of 4, and encounter cards. I'm the lead investigator, so I'll grab first. Anyone who has had a drink loses an action, so you probably get drinks at the bar. So we haven't done that, so we don't have to worry about losing an action. And we found another monster. It says when it's engaged with you, you can't get money. Well, that's not my friend at all. But again, it's a criminal, so it's aloof. Okay, so, oh, that's not good at all. They take 2 horror. Okay. So it's now our turn. Did you want to go first, or did you want me to go? Alright. I'm just gonna dark horse it for you. Okay, so they did the test and then didn't get anything, and then they did 2 actions for money. So now it's going to be my turn, because that's all 3 of their actions. The first thing we're going to do is play our weapon, because that's important. We need to have a weapon, especially with all the monsters we found. And then I will click for money, and then I too will make a test. So we played our weapon, we got a money, and now we're going to test. I also have nothing happen. Luckily enough, it happened on this, so nothing extra happens. The pit boss will come on down. We'll go to the upkeep phase. Alright. We'll put a 3rd Doom on the agenda, so we're about to go to 4. And I'll draw my encounter card. Rats. Okay, so those are not bad guys. Or they are bad guys, but they're not criminals. Okay. We are having a party up in this game. Okay. Did you want to go first, or do you want me to handle my rats? Okay, we're just testing. Let's go. 2 is a positive number, so we'll get 2 more tokens. Or I said positive number, I'm sorry, I meant an even number. And that was the condition. So, do you think that maybe you'll head up and get that clue off of La Bella Luna now that the pit boss is... Oh, hold on. This guy would have attacked you if you take the test. Did you want to undo that test? If you're trying to talk to me, I still can't hear you. I think I hear your voice. So you need to communicate a little better. This says gains clues. It doesn't say anything about investigating. So I'm okay with the notion of... I don't know what's happening now. You're saying that you would have played Leathercoat first? You're doing things and clicking and it's not making any sense to me. So if it's engaged with you, how are you moving? I'm trying to understand. If you could please type. Like, I really can't. Sorry for the technical difficulties, everybody.
Okay.
Okay, so we're saying we did the thing. We've only used 1 action and we've been attacked. Would you like assistance in evading? No, we're not evading.
Or...
'Cause if you deal any damage to him, we must advance the agenda. I'm not saying not to, just making sure we know. So if we're okay, well, you get to also ready Duke. I don't know why he. Oh, you evaded. Oh, I would have helped, but okay. Um, all right. So then we have 5 clues. So I am good to punch my rats, which is where I'll start. I am +2. I don't really. I don't want to use the bullets, so I'm not going to yet. I do have this card in my hand, so the more bullets I use now, the less valuable it becomes. And +2 is a very likelihood of a high chance of success. And getting +1 only adds a small amount. So instead, I will just pull. And we are successful, so we kill it. So that was action 1. Action 2, since this would also engage with me if I was to stay here and get the clues, I will instead move up to the bar. This is still Act 1, so the option here is to spend 2 money to gain 2 clues and draw 2 cards, and have a drink. Jenny looks like a rather sophisticated woman, so I could do that. But looking at my hand, there are some things that I don't want to like. I don't want to draw cards that I can't play. And we already saw there's some negative repercussions for drawing extra cards. So instead, we're just going to get 2 money. So then we can go to the upkeep phase. I've drawn this. I need to discard a card. All of these are neat. I don't think I'm going to have enough money to use these effectively. But this is the least impact. Yeah, it's going to be these. These are really good. They're my signature card. But I just don't have like all of these cards are important for fighting, and in order to play them for any amount of ammo, I'd have to have a lot more money. I already have a gun out, so okay. Doom on the agenda. Advance. So we reset and flip. Shuffle the discard pile into the encounter deck. If we have done curricular activity, advance directly to agenda 2B. So we take this, put it in the discard pile, we take this and flip it. Spawn a random enemy from the set-aside hidden Hideous Abominations encounter set. Shuffle the rest of that encounter set and the set-aside Striking Fear encounter set into the encounter deck. Move all investigators and unengaged enemies from Libella Luna to the club, and then remove Libella Luna from the game. So these people are going to come on down, and this is going to get removed from the game. Okay. That's that. And then all of these guys lose aloof, so they're all going to engage Pete because they're at there, and that's there. At the end of the round, at the beginning of the enemy phase, discard every criminal in the same location as an abomination enemy. All right, and then when you reveal a chaos token, we can still do the cheating thing if we wanted to. Luckily, the Servant of the Lurker is a abomination enemy, so the good news is that it will discard both of the monsters for us without us having to deal with them. And then we can figure out what we want to do with the pit boss and the O'Bannon's thugs afterwards, potentially, if that becomes a thing. Either way, that's all of the agenda, so now we're on to the encounter deck. Did we get all the cards in? We did not. So the Hideous Abominations go in, and the Striking Fear encounter set goes in. So we shuffle, 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 and then we do the encounter deck. Rotting Remains, Brain 3. Okay, well, I don't have a bunch of extra brain, but I do have this Unexpected Courage, so we'll use that to be +2. That's a -2, so we succeed. So that's done. We did not pass by 2 or more, so we don't draw a card. Same test. They are +1.
+1 is horse.
Yay! +1. That's a success. All right. Well then. I could come over and deal with the servant of the lurker, but I think that that's probably better off for you to be doing. Maybe you just evade it and have it kill the mobsters for you, and then we can kill it next turn. I'm assuming that up and down mouse means yes. So I am then. Why don't you go first then, and I'll decide if I have to help you afterwards. Okay, unexpected courage. That gets us up to 5 because we have a money. And we succeed. So we know that that's that. I'm assuming we're going to Duke to fight the servant. Yes, up and down mouse must mean yes. We are committing for fist. So Duke gives us a base of 4, so it's going to be 5, and we're testing 5 to 4, so +1, it looks like. No, just +0. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. Oh, we're going to retest at +2. +3. Huzzah. And then Duke does an extra damage, so it's going to be 2. So we put 1 marker on to signify the damage, and then just change it to a 2. And then somehow we are activating Rabbit's Foot. Did we? Oh, we failed the first test. Yep, that works. We have 1 action left. Okay. So we're discarding Live and Learn to ready Duke. How is that? It's on Pete. There it is. Okay, so we're testing out even, so we fail. Alright, and that's all 3 of our actions. Alright, so now it's my turn. As we know, the 2 mobsters are going to go away. If I stay here, the pit boss can come. Oh, he's going for the highest book. Oh, the highest book is me, so he will come to me. I think it makes more sense for me to stay here than it does to go down there and get attacked by everybody, because I can't deal with all 3 of them at once. I'd even struggle to deal with 2 of them. But at the same time, that'll bottleneck us later. So they hit really hard, though. All right, let's go. Let's go be luck be a lady tonight. All right, so we'll take all 3 of them on. We will use our Mauser. So that's a base of 3 plus 1 is 4. We're going to commit 2 vicious blows to be 6. And that'll be good enough. I guess it won't. That's super bad. Alright, well then we're gonna overpower this one. Okay, and that'll be a success. We succeed by even, which is fine, and we'll draw a card from overpower. Oh, hold on, this is the Mauser, it doesn't ready. That's not how that works at all. Oh, no. Alright, so that goes away. I would not have done this. Let me pull this guy back. Alright, so I'm on. My first 2 actions were move and fight. I failed the fight, so I don't get the bonus Mauser action. So instead, I think I need to evade, because that's the only way I can prevent myself from taking extra damage. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to evade the club pit boss. So I am testing even at 3 to 3. I'm going to commit nimble to be 4 to 3. And then I'm going to commit manual dexterity to be 6 to 3. And then I'm going to spend 2 money to be 9 to 3. So I'm going to super succeed, which is great. Oh, it's +1 for each resource. Yeah, sure. I succeed by a lot. I'm going to draw a card for manual dexterity. And then I evaded the club pit boss. And then I am allowed to move because of nimble up to 3 spaces. Now I'm only going to move 1, but I'm going to come up here. Because I'm moving, I do take 2 attacks of opportunity, so I take 4 damage, which is not great, but I was going to take this damage anyway. And now I'm done with my turn, so we go to the monster phase. And in the monster phase, every criminal that's at the same location as an abomination gets destroyed or discarded. So you can see here, I'm at a location with the servants, and I brought the thugs with me, so they will also get discarded, as will the mobsters that Pete has. So then we go to, yeah, I will take the servant, and we will go to upkeep. Okay. He wakes up, as I've been already done. We'll put a doom on the agenda, 1 of 7, and encounter card. I will take an encounter card, and I've got rats. Okay, you can't play actions or events. Would you like to go first, or? Yes. Okay.
Um,
We are discarding a card to... Oh, discarding an ally to get 2 clues from the token pool. This is limited to once per game, but that is per person. So the way that I like to signify this is I will clone the Ashcan Pete icon. Oop, sorry. And just mark it face down here to show that we've used this ability on Ashcan Pete. Looks like Pete's interested in some whiskey. So they're going to spend this one. So we'll mark that Pete has done that. And that gets us to 9 clues. We must immediately spend 8 of them to advance. And since all of them are on Pete, I'll let them take either 1 off or 8, however they want to show that. We're going to put the set aside Darkened Hall into play. If it is Agenda 1, discard cards, but it is not, so we don't have to worry about that. So move along. And then this says find the VIP area and spend 4 clues there. Okay, so they did click, move, click, it looks like. So it's my turn. I have a bunch of things to do. So the first thing I'm going to do is punch my rats with my gun. This guy hits real hard. All right, let's commit overpower and attack this guy. So we're going to use the gun. So we're 7 to 4. We succeed. We're going to choose to ready the gun. We're going to draw a card from overpower and do 2 more damage, so he goes up to 4. Apparently all the bullets fell off, but that's fine. I should have probably kept my signature card and gotten rid of this. The lessons we learn as we play. So now I'm just going to use the weapon again. I don't have the overpower, so I'm +1. Okay, that's a success, and we succeeded by 2 before, so we're gonna draw from our lucky cigarette case, and then that's enough to kill him, and he's got victory. So instead of going to the discard pile, we'll slide him on over. So that's 2 actions, and then I succeeded by 2 or more, so I get the choice of readying the Mauser or taking a money. Based on the rats in the current situation, I'm going to take the money, and then I'm going to punch my rats. So I do that, and I am successful. So the rats go away as well. So that's 3 actions for me, and now it's Pete's turn. Am I taking that, or are you? I am 4 from death. You are also 4, so I will take it. That's fine. So he's going to hunt his way up to me. There's no longer any abominations or whatever, so we don't have to worry about that. I get an attack of opportunity after he moves in, so I take 2. And we can do upkeep now. Doom on the agenda, 2 of 7. And, that's my encounter card, thank you. I will commit guts to this test, so I am +2. And it's horror if I fail, so that's kind of fine. Alright, so I failed by 2, so I just take 2 horror. And I don't get to draw a card. They have to reveal a token. They got that, so they take 2 horror. Alright, well, it looks like I've got things to do, so I will start by exhausting my pistol and shooting the pit boss. So I'm +2 on that. Yeah, so we'll just test it +2. We succeed, so that'll be 2 damage. And then I'm going to play a nifty card called Backstab. So the way backstab works is that you use your feet instead of your fist, and it does an extra 2 damage. So I'm testing 3 to 3, which would be even, but conveniently for me, I have all this money, so I'll spend 4 of it to buy 6 feet. So instead of being even, I'll be plus 6. I will succeed, and then I will discard him. He also has victory, so he'll hit it on over here. And so that's action 1 was the Mauser, 1 was the backstab. And then, how much Shroud is it locate? No, I could possibly pass that. I succeeded that test by a lot, so I can use my lucky cigarette case. I will claim additional resources and pass the turn. So Pete moves down, heads on into the darkened hall, so that's 2 actions. Now that we're here, we need to get the 3 back alleyways. Eventually we'll find them. There we go. So shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. 1, 2, and 3. So I believe Pete just did move, and they forgot to... yeah, they didn't reset. So they can use Duke to go into one of them, and we found the back alley, so there's a way to get out there, so that's cool. And they get to investigate at plus 5, so they're very likely to succeed. Yep. So that's all 3 of their actions, and we can go to the upkeep phase because there's no more monsters. No, I forgot these ready, but that's okay. 3 out of 7. So then, encounter card. Place a doom on every criminal enemy. If no doom is placed, lose 2 money. Well, it could be worse. They get -1 to all of their skill tests until they fail. Oh, sorry. Until they succeed by 1 or more. Never mind. They are somehow have lost the money they got during the upkeep. I'm missing that. Oh, you can choose not to. Never mind. Alright, so did you want to go first, or... Alright, looks like they were investigating and used Duke. That's fine. So they're gonna... Yep. They're discarding a card to ready Duke, I think, or... yeah. And then they've moved, and then they're gonna use Duke again. Which I believe is the 3rd action. They have found the VIP area! Congratulations! Yay! While there, you will not gain resources or draw cards. We're going to use deduction here. So we're testing at 4, 5, 6, 7 to 3, so plus 4. Unfortunately, the Red Squid of Doom says hello. Luckily, we do get a rabbit's foot off of that if we want it. That's only during the upkeep phase. You can do that now. Yeah. Alright, looks like all their actions are done. So it's our turn. We're pretty low on bullets, so we're going to play another weapon. We'll play our Derringer. That's action 1, and then actions 2 and 3 will be to get more money. We'll go to the upkeep phase. I drew a weakness. I get -1 to all of my skills. Inconvenient. Looks like they're okay, so we're going to move along. 4 of 7, Doom on the agenda. Encounter card. I cannot do moving, fighting, or evading without spending extra actions. Okay. There are no unengaged in play, so this gains Surge. So basically just discard it and get another card. Oh, that looks familiar. Alright, well, my turn's not going to be very complicated. I'll spend 2 of it to get rid of this, 1 of this to get a money, and then I will test my brain onto this at +1. No, you know what? I won't. It's not going to pass. And instead of getting a money... no, yeah, I'll take the money. But for the test, what I'll do is I will take heart that I'll fail it. And conveniently, I pass. LOL. Alright, game. No problem. So go ahead.
We're 7, so +4.
So we're just investigating. Using Duke. Got 1. We currently have 4, so we can advance. Oh, we are advancing, apparently. We have completed extracurricular activity, so we're going to put Peter aside in the bar. Over there. And then search for a abomination enemy and put it in the bar as well. Unfortunately for us, I believe that there's only these guys that are left, so we'll have to get them. Okay. And then we have to advance to 3A. So this is stuff about Dr. Morgan. Oh, so this is the wrong one. So we need to be this one. Yeah. While Peter is not controlled, we can test Brain to get him to follow us. If we succeed, put a clue on him. If we get 2 clues on him, take him. If each undefeated investigator resigns, advance. So we could try to get Peter. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. Alright. So luckily for us, Peter is not an enemy. And let me see, does this destroy criminal enemies? So Peter's not going to die, luckily, because he's an asset, he's an ally. But that was action 1 and just 1 was investigate, I think, and then we advanced. So we still have more actions remaining. Okay. We're going to be committing. Look what I found, potentially. We are thinking about it. Okay, we are +2. Sorry, +4, because of the magnifying glasses. And that'll be a pass. I could probably use your help, unless you want to go down and try to check what this is. Because passing a brain test is going to be hard. I don't have a lot of brain cards. So then you did move, so you're done, right? Here, let me turn these sideways. Up and down mouse is yes. So that means I'll go. I'll step in here, which will join me with my new friend. I will shoot with my Derringer. I will fail with my Derringer. I will shoot again. I am successful the second time. I will deal 2 damage to it because I have succeeded by 2 or more. And I succeeded by 2 or more, so I can use my lucky cigarette case to draw a card. This would have been cool for investigating, but it never came up. So now we are in the upkeep. Oh, sorry, monster phase. I get attacked for 1 and 1. So I die next turn, so I have to just make sure to not do that. Upkeep. Alright, Doom on the agenda, 5 of 7. Bad thing for me. Pull a thing. Skull is 2 horror. Put the test away so they can pull their card. And they have worse luck. Alright, so we're going to shoot this conglomeration. We succeed. We're going to use Lucky Cigarette Case to draw a card. Cards that would have been helpful. We're going to use our Mauser. The Mauser hits for, so what are we, 5? Or sorry, we are 3. Oh wow, we're pretty low. We did pass by enough. All right, let's commit Unexpected Courage to be +2. And do these have fists? Of course not. That would be helpful. All right, so that's 3, 4, 5 to 1, so +4. So that's pretty good. Yeah, we succeed. All right, so we kill that. So that's 2 actions, and I want to stay here to help. So what we're going to do is play Lonnie Ritter. And then Lonnie Ritter says, choose an item asset controlled by an investigator, heal 1 damage from that asset and 1 from Lonnie, but nobody has damage at mine, so I don't believe I can use her. So I am finished. Why does Pete have a damage on him? At the enemy phase, if no one controls Peter, deal 1 damage to him. That's a good reason. Okay. So if you're going to make a brain test, go ahead. I can give you +1 if you'd like some assistance. So that's +2, so that's 7, so I believe that's +4. Cool, so then we put a clue token from the encounter, right? Or it's up here. Put 1 clue from the bank on him. If there are 2 on him, take control. Okay, I'll give you another one. You're committing guts. You've succeeded, so now you take control of Pete. Pete does not take up an ally slot. And I think we can just take the 2 clues off of him. It shouldn't matter. Okay, so that's you moved and then did 2 tests, right? So I think you're finished. So then we are in upkeep. Okay, Doom on the agenda, 6 of 7. Okay. Encounter card, rats. Okay. Okay. I think that we have played ourselves into a spot that we can't click out because it's 1, 2, 3, and a click. So we are just going to have bad things happen. I am going to play Slip Away to evade. 1, 2. So I'm adding my feet to my book, so I'm evading at 4. I'm going to commit quick thinking to be 5. So I'm +2 on this test. I'll commit manual dexterity to be +4. I only succeeded by 1, so I don't get the extra action. And I evade my rat. I was trying to make this be a net 0. But that's 1 action, and then I could just do 2 and end up here, but we're going to run out of agenda deck before that happens. So instead of moving, I'm going to stay here, and I'm going to play Delve Too Deep. Because we can't do anything else. So I will draw a card. It'll be another rat, so you can grab yours. That's fine, I hope. Yeah, +1 is fine. Nothing happens. Good. That'll get us an extra XP. And I have 1 action remaining. I'll punch the rats. I'm +1. I fail. Go ahead. Oh no, I'm sorry. I have Lonnie Ritter. I do succeed. There you go. Oh, and I clicked off my weakness. I actually had more, but that never mattered, so we're okay. Did you manage to get out, or did you just get there? No, we did not get out. Okay. So then we put 7 on, we flip it over, and we have to do R4 instead, unfortunately. I have never had that happen before, so we're going to find out some new information. Resolution 4. In your campaign log, oh man, the O'Bannon gang has a bone to pick to us. All that time we spent to getting Peter didn't matter. And Dr. Francis Morgan was kidnapped. Nobody cheated, so we don't have to put the token in. We're going to take 1 physical trauma for not getting out. We are going to be unconscious for several hours, which is probably going to hurt us in the future. And we're going to get the display +1 bonus XP. And then we're going to do the Armitage's Fate. So the display is 5, so we're actually going to get 6 XP. And then we're going to go check out Armitage's Fate. If we were unconscious, read Armitage's Fate 1. So in your campaign log, he's going to get kidnapped as well, and we're going to get 2 bonus XP. Okay, well, it could be worse. And then we're going to head over to the museum. So we get 8 total experience, and Dr. Francis Morgan and Dr. Henry Armistad were kidnapped, as you can see is noted. And we were unconscious for several hours, but that's fine. And that's it for today. Sorry again for the technical difficulties. We made it through as best we could, and hopefully we'll have it organized and sorted out by tomorrow. Thanks everyone for your time, and have a good night.